So we start the scene off with 2 astronauts in space. They were both up there looking for an item called Promethium X. So Jameson's son named John is one of the astronauts. As John was taking the Promethium from an asteroid, he came across the symbiote. Once the symbiote noticed him, the entire asteroid started shaking, so they both left. So we get back to the Daily Bugle with Peter, Jameson, and everyone else. Everyone's glazing Jameson because his son is landing the first shuttle in US history. And I get that's a huge accomplishment and all, but why are we congratulating Jameson? Yeah, that's his son. But bro's done nothing but hate on Spider-Man for a living. The first day he met him, he was like, yeah, Spider-Man, the next 5 years are mine. Like, who are you?
Know what that means? Licking my chops. Come on, bring them to me. Want that?
In fact, bro spent this entire episode hating on my guy Spidey. So we see that the symbiote's already tweaking. The symbiote started attacking John and Paul out of nowhere. Why is it so violent? They had to be playing some trash ass music. They was in there playing that sexy red, straight ass cheeks. So John decides to land the plane by the bridge in the middle of the city. Bro, you're falling from space to New York. Just land in the ocean.
How dumb are you?
So everyone's clearing the bridge and here comes Eddie Brock. Bro's trying to get a picture because he knows Spider-Man will show up. And I feel bad because he's already lost his job and now he's struggling to make rent. Bro out here risking it all just for Jameson to pay him $2 in quarters. Like, my brother, it's not worth it. Go home. So Rhino's on the bridge flipping cars because Kingpin sent him. And I'm trying to figure out what is bro accomplishing. He's just crashing out for no reason. Like, there's a shuttle on the way here. Fast forward to the plane crash landing on the bridge. Spider-Man pulls up to help, but he runs into Rhino looking for the Promethium X. Now Peter's never met Rhino until now. For all he knows, Rhino's a regular dude in a costume. I know bro suit stink. He hasn't took it off in weeks. Rhino runs at Peter, but he misses, causing the ship to rock. And then he runs at him again, but this time he rams him. Then he grabs a door and decides he's gonna body Peter. We really got a show with Spider-Man getting cooked by Rhino. Like, nah, ain't no way. Kingpin tells Rhino to grab the rock, so he spares Spider-Man and leaves. The shuttle falls off the bridge and into the water with Spider-Man in it. But before that happened, he managed to save Paul and John. Jameson pulls up and his son mentions Spider-Man before passing out. Then Eddie tells Jameson that Spider-Man stole the Promethium X and he has the pics to prove it. Bro just watched Rhino take off with the case. This is the most elite hating I've ever seen. And of course Jameson sides with him. If hating Spider-Man was a sport, Jameson would be the LeBron James of it. So Peter's on the way home, but he noticed the symbiote on his suit. He thought it was just trash from the river, so he brought it home with him. Peter gets home and sees that Aunt May's watching the news. She's asking him, did he hear the big news? And bro was like, yeah, Spider-Man was cooking. Nah, twin, he was not cooking. Bro got folded by a man in his early Halloween costume. Who let bro cook? Aunt May tells Peter that Spider-Man got caught stealing Promethium X, and Peter's all like,
I did not! Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office and have him expelled!
So not only did bro get framed for a crime he didn't do, but Jameson also called Lester and got a bounty of $1 million put on Peter's head. Nah, this level of hating must be studied. The commitment is insane. Katie's hair would shrivel up if he seen this type of commitment. So Peter goes back to sleep and his symbiote starts making his way to him. And while he's asleep, the symbiote makes his way into his dreams. In his dream, bro is getting chased by the symbiote. Peter's spider suit shows up as a giant to save him, and then his suit starts fighting with the symbiote. The symbiote pushes the suit and grabs Peter, and then the two start playing tug of war with Peter's body. They gonna tear him in half. He's not gonna be able to wear either of them. Bro might end up like Jazz from the first Transformers.
I was just kidding! Come on! You guys know I was just kidding, right?
RIP Jazz, by the way. We love you over here, gang. So the symbiote wins control of Peter and he wakes up in the middle of the city. And my guy is in the black suit, the most goated suit of all time.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
We already know my guy's invited to all the cookouts.
He got that shit on though.
So Pete's trying to figure out how he got in the middle of the city. But before he could think, everyone starts trying to collect that bounty on his head. Nah, these two seen that they could put a brother up in jail and collect the meal. Y'all not slick. They notice that he's black now and they can't wait to turn him in. So Pete hits the streets and everyone starts pressing him. He picks up 2 construction workers and then throws them at the rest. While Pete was being chased, he thought it was smart to test his strength and lift up a fire truck. Bro, Pete always gets disrespectful at the worst times. Like, bro's just out here stunning on them. While testing his strength, some random civilian looks out the window and decides to snitch. Hey everyone, Spider-Man's hiding behind the fire truck. Bro out here moving like a
damn snitch.
If you want the money that bad, why are you snitching? Peter's suit changes into a police fit and then he confuses the cop. Bro didn't even get to feel his drip out before getting pressed by everyone. So it's the next day and Peter's going through his fits. He decides to put on some drip and start talking to Black Cat. But you know what? We just gonna call her by her name. So Felicia starts feeling Peter and Flash gets jealous. She tells Flash that she's not his girl and that he's bugging. Nah, why she dug Flash like that? She seen Peter and started moving different. So Flash tells Peter to fall back and Peter's like, nah gang, if she looked, she took. Oh nah, Peter out here wilding. Flash hits the LeBron James and asks, bro, what did he say? Peter's like, I didn't stutter, and starts pressing Flash back. Felicia jumps in, taking Flash's side, and then goes, you know what, Peter? You are different, and it scares me.
Shut up, bitch!
We do not care.
Bro, I don't care how cute y'all think she is. She is a liar, a manipulator, and she's toxic. She really just set this whole thing up and tried to gaslight Pete.
It's a trap! This whole thing is a setup!
Females like her are the reason why we listen to Juice WRLD. I'm telling y'all, all girls are the same, went platinum for a reason. So Pete goes home and Aunt May starts talking bad about Spider-Man. Right here was when Pete had enough. He lost his last bit of patience. He storms into his room and sees that Rhino's back in town. So Pete sees this and decides that it's time to go spin the block on Rhino. Pete pulls up on Rhino and Rhino's thinking his fight is about to be sweet. He rounds Peter, sending him flying, and then he starts charging again. Pete goes low and sends Rhino flying, putting a hole in the wall. Rhino swings and misses, and I want y'all to see what Pete starts doing to this nigga. Bro started spinning him in circles and then tossed him like a little kid. Nah, he's absolutely frying this man right now. Pete tosses Rhino straight into a wall, and then he picks him up and asks, bro, where's the Prometheum X? Rhino's like, nah, bro, I ain't no snitch. So Peter starts spinning bro in his horn. Dawg, he's spinning you like a Beyblade. He could have just webbed him up. He's out here moving devious. So afterwards, Rhino's like, I don't care if I go to jail, I ain't no snitch. And Pete's like, bro, who said anything about jail? Oh, nah. Rhino starts panicking and Pete's about to end this man's whole career. His days of dancing at college football games are over. So Pete starts having flashbacks and realizes he's tweaking bad. He leaves Rhino alone to go see what's up with himself. He looks into the window and we see a reflection of Venom. And at this point, Pete realized that he was crashing out, but he can't even think straight because Jameson got a mill put on his head. The next day, Pete's in the city and 4 guys pull up on him. He yanks one dude against the wall and then webs up the next. Then one dude had a sonic blaster and decided to air out the whole scene.
Lock his ass up! Lock his ass up!
Oh nah, what's this nigga doing with a sonic blaster? This show just turned into a GTA lobby. So bro ups the sonic blaster and Pete's suit starts tweaking. While everyone's distracted, Pete escapes the sound waves and he manages to get away. So Pete starts realizing that he's getting worse. It got to the point where he decides to pull up on Jameson himself. So Pete pulls up on Jameson and Eddie Brock. He starts pressing Eddie about the pictures and then he threatens Jameson. Jameson had already snitched and hit the panic button. So before Pete could crash out, the police show up. And then Pete tweaks out and throws a desk at them and jumps out of a window. Jameson over here realizing how bad Pete's crashing out. And I mean, I would too if somebody put $1 million bounty on my head. Like, bro doesn't even own $1 million. He did that out of pure hatred. So Pete pulls up on Dr. Connors for some help. Dr. Connors all like, man, I'm not helping you because you're wanted. But Pete's like, bro, I literally saved your life. Bro became a raging lizard and Pete did help him. So Connors, he's kind of right. You do owe him one. So Connor helps and starts running tests on Pete's suit. He starts talking to Peter like, nah, gang, that suit ain't it. You gotta trash it. But Pete's like, nah, man, I'm gonna do my own thing because I need this suit. It makes me a better Spider-Man. Fast forward, John wakes up and tells Jameson about Rhino. Jameson starts putting things together and realizes that Eddie lied about the pictures. He starts pressing Eddie and Eddie's like, come on, man. You know we both hate Spider-Man. And I mean, he ain't lying, but you know you messed up when Jameson's telling you that you're wrong. So Jameson starts acting like he's mad that he has to take down the bounty. But let's be real, bro was not giving up $1 million anyways. We might as well go and give bro an Oscar for this acting.
Fuck, man. I'm mad too. Man, no, you not.
So Eddie heads home and realizes that he's jobless. And while Eddie's outside, Pete starts robbing bro's house. Somebody tell Pete he can't be doing this with the black suit on. We know there's stereotypes out there. Pete gets the pictures of the crash site, but Shocker's outside pressing Eddie. Pete goes outside to help him and bro's a bigger man than me. I would've went about my business, especially after bro just blatantly lied on me for some money. So Shocker makes some bricks fall on top of Peter and he thinks he won the fight. Pete gets up and he's like, nah, I gotta get back. He follows Shocker to Kingpin's hideout and kicks bro. Then he steals the Prometheum X and starts running away. So later Kingpin kidnapped John and Jameson's begging for Spider-Man's help on TV. 24 hours ago you had $1 million on my head and now you want my help? I would have told him to go kick rocks. I'm not helping you. Pete ends up meeting with Jameson and they both meet up with Kingpin and Shocker for an arrangement. The reason Kingpin kidnapped John was because he wanted the Prometheum X, so the groups make a deal. The villains pull out a Uno reverse card, but Peter's seen it coming, and bro's lines in this fight are absolutely insane. I need y'all to hear this.
A double cross? Big surprise. And for a real shock, and I'm gonna tear you limb from limb.
Oh nah, brother Spidey's completely losing it. Do you know how shook I would be if he was talking to me like that? So Peter throws some cloth at Shocker and then kicks him as hard as he can. Spidey's cooking, but then Eddie Brock shows up talking about getting revenge. Bro must don't know. My nigga Pete's been tweaking lately. You better run. Spidey picks up a column and Shocker starts skedaddling. And Pete's absolutely losing his mind right now. Like, these next lines are actually crazy.
Get back here, Shocker! Shocker! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth!
Honestly, I'm trying to borderline between, you know, school threat or menace to society, bro.
Bro, who hurt you? Nah, Shocker did not deserve this. Bro just wanted his 5 minutes of fame in this episode. Now he's about to get packed up by this crash up. Pete starts bear hugging Shocker on some Cell versus Gohan timing, but then Eddie Brock comes and tackles him. I'm trying to figure out who's the bigger crash out right now, Eddie or Pete. So Pete wells up Eddie and hangs him from the bell. Then he starts hanging Shocker over the balcony trying to finish him. Pete starts thinking about Uncle Ben's quote, but then Shocker starts talking crazy. He tells Pete he knew he wouldn't hurt him, so the symbiote pushes him off instead. And why would you do this? You see how close he just was to ending you. Why give bro a reason to tweak out even more? Pete ends up saving Shocker and getting rid of the suit. And that's pretty much how that went. I won't lie, this is my favorite black suit of all time, so I just had to talk about his episodes. Anyways, we're on the road to 20k, so sub up if you're new and you like the vid. I really do love y'all, and I hope I see y'all ugly at next video. G-Way or no way, love y'all.